It's 10:45 a.m. on a Tuesday morning, February 27th, 2018. Now, the reason why I'm mentioning the date and the time is because I already did week 90 of the podcast last Friday on the 23rd of February. For some odd reason, after I had came home yesterday from going out towards the beach and everything, Santa Monica Pier, but also walking towards Pacific Palisades, literally. Did that yesterday, on Monday, whatever. What had happened was that, whatchamacallit, I had came back home, rested a little bit, got back up and was about to work on the website. So you guys could get the gist of the new information and things that we've been talking about. And for some odd reason, when I went to look at my YouTube page, I saw that the episode for week 90 didn't go through. So I said to myself, why, what is the case for that? And then to try, doing my thing if I'm able to re-upload it to YouTube and stuff, and for some odd reason it didn't pull up on the phone or on my iPad. So that right there kind of ticked me off a little bit. And since I don't have a iPhone anymore and things, it really is a little bit kind of tougher. We tried to off a Galaxy Note 8. That is part of the reason I needed another iPhone again, because it's so much easier to do what needs to be done in regards to podcasts and things of that nature. So I had to do another one, which I'm doing today. And as you guys can tell, your boy is sick and things of that nature. Yesterday, I literally left the house or whatever, and whatchamacallit, and what happened after that? Yeah, I left the house yesterday. I'm restarting my laptop as well. New update that I needed, but left the house yesterday morning around this time, around 10 o'clock on the dot. Went out to Santa Monica to do the podcast because I knew it was going to rain today on this following Tuesday, on the 27th. So, went out to Santa Monica, and I kid you not, the code that we have, our nasal passages and the pores were open where we at the beach walking. Like the clogging upness that you guys hear in my voice right now, whatever, it was cleared up over at the beach. But that's because we over at the beach and everything, it's clean air and stuff like that. And so we was walking, we just felt good. Nose maybe kind of drip a little bit here and there, but some of y'all might be like, yeah, but damn well that you guys be doing the same thing too. So we all adults here, y'all. But yeah, so that was happening, but we did a pretty good video podcast on Periscope, which we go to the website at hiprockerproductionscm.com. You will literally see the highlight in red. It's usually the Periscope videos, they're at the bottom of the particular post. Like for today's podcast, is week 90 from last week, whatever. So basically, this is going to be a recap of what we talked about last week since the podcast, and then go through. But yeah, from week, well, plus wait, and wherever you guys get to the website, you're going to see the week 90, and then once you read the description under the video, you'll see that where the podcast is at, and the podcast is the one in red letters. I put in red letters for a reason, because so folks can see it. When you click on that, it takes you to the Periscope page, and that right there will let you know what's up in regards to the video podcasts. Because I was trying to upload those to YouTube, but it takes a while to do that, so I just kept the link right there or whatever. And so, until we get a better program. But other than that, I had to try to do the video on Facebook Live and Instagram videos and things, so yeah. And hold on real quick, ladies and gents. All right, we're back. That's a bad thing about having a little cold. I keep blowing your nose a couple times. But at least I got my hand sanitizer as well too, so keep everything fresh and whatever. Yeah, I'm orange juice on the side too, so yeah. And we go back to work tomorrow. I'm really gonna think about just calling off. There we go. Try to get the hand sanitizer, man. I'm gonna have to restock and refill up. Literally. But yeah, I'm thinking about calling out tomorrow just so we can last an extra day. But then again, like now, I'll go into work for the fact that maybe about my job, but at least the air is kind of it's alright. I'm supposed to be stuck up in the house. That's what I was telling people. Let's say, you can't be stuck up in the house. We have a code because you'll still smell the effects of it. You'll still feel it. You gotta be out and about for a little bit to let your body get the clean air and stuff like that. But yeah, walk the beach, walk to Pacific Palisades, and walk right back to Santa Monica Pier. Which, if you're driving, it doesn't seem that far. If you're walking, different story. But it's all good. We're not gonna play enough music in the background like I did last week for Week 90 podcast or whatever. And the reason being is because I want to make sure that this podcast actually goes through. I'm gonna be real with you guys. If it doesn't go through, then expect me to not be doing no more podcasts for a cool minute. I'm trying to get some other things done and trying not to be on social media as much. And I'm being serious about that too. I'm like really trying to balance everything out and stuff. So the posts, they will be coming this week and things, but I'll just give you guys a heads up just in case you guys don't hear anything in which I do in regards to the podcast for a cool minute. It's not because I'm not, don't want to do it. It's for the fact that we need to get other things done and stuff like that. So, just want to give you guys a heads up so y'all won't be shocked. Like, yo, where's Week 91 and stuff like that? Like, nah. Just want to make sure that everything else is just, is stable first before anything else does pop off. But let's get started because we had to redo this thing again, and I really dislike that, but it does that. I put play for the Spreaker app. For those that run the app, y'all need to make the app more better and things to stop, I need to bring that app back to how it used to be back in the day. Because the new format for the record part, it really does screw up from time to time. So might need to send those cats an email about that. But other than that, ladies and gents, let's redo week 90's podcast from last week. And we'll call it today the recap. So, well, my MacBook is installing the new firmware, and which is cool. I mean, an 8-year-old MacBook Pro that's still doing that. Can't get any better than this. Let's go ahead and get into this podcast real quick, shall we? So, this is for last week of February 19th through the 23rd. And if I go through it quickly, it's because, I try to rest my voice and things. So let's hit it. So for last Monday, Blessed Mondays, February 19th, 2018, I said your pride and ignorance keeps you from moving forward. Your pride and your ignorance is true. We really think about it. And hold on 1 second, like I suggest. This is part of the reason why I'm like, we try to rush, but I'm going to try to hit these points quickly so you guys can understand it. Because my nose is really tripping right now. All right. We're back. Pride and arrogance. How does that keep you from moving forward? Your pride in the things that you do or accomplishments that you've done back in the past. That right there would keep you from moving forward where you think you know everything. That right there would keep you from advancing to the next level in life when there be times, where you got certain people try to help you out. But most of us, we don't tend to want help. Some of us, I, for one, am one of those type of people that don't really need help from others. If I know that I can accomplish a goal or something by myself, I'll do it. Out of humbleness. Not because, it's like, hey, you hear it from the adults, it's like, you don't want to bump your head. I've done this before, but woo. It's not because of what folks had experienced in the past. It's for the fact that, hey, if I can make something happen, I'm going to make something happen. Period. Regardless of who I'm trying to get the help from. But there be some times where we let our pride get in the way of that. And so we become ignorant to our own devices where we try to do things on our own that sometimes we'll need an extra person, to show up the ropes, which is true. But that'd be the point where we just need to go ahead and just chill. And at the same time, by chilling, meaning that we just need to put our pride to the side so we won't let the ignorance come out. Because the ignorance going to show when you be around certain individuals that know the heck they doing it, and you don't know what you doing, but you try to put up a front saying that you know what needs to be done straight up. So once that does happen, then that is the defining factor of that is the factor of, you just need to put your pride to the side, as well your ignorance, and go ahead and just do something else greater as opposed to just not doing what you need to do. So, ladies and gents, if you let your pride get in the way, don't. Because the moment you do, it's the moment that you start to miss out on a whole lot of opportunities and a whole lot of things. And we all have been there. Where we let our pride get in the way, and then we just be like, man, F whatever with this and this and this. And the next thing you know, we miss out on something that could truly help us out in the long run. So all in all, what we need to do is just put everything else towards the side and just truly be mindful and be open-hearted and open-minded to understanding what's going on and not let our ignorance get in the way too. Because once we do that, then we basically just telling people that we don't need any help or we're not interested in working with certain individuals, so we just want to do our own thing, you know. So, yeah, just be mindful, but don't let your pride get your ass in trouble. Let's continue. So for last Tuesday, February 20th, 2018, on the Grind Tuesdays, I said the quality of your actions will determine where you'll be at in life. All my posts that I talk about connect to each other. The quality of your actions. I gave a perfect analogy yesterday while I was walking on Palisades Park. Palisades Park is right next close to Santa Monica Beach, aka Pacific Palisades. Once you walk down a little bit more, because the park has a cutoff. But if you're walking alongside the beach, you can actually bypass all the other houses and things of that nature. Because the park stops at one part and then it goes make a low turn out there in Santa Monica or whatever. But far from that, I get the analogy. I said the quality of your work. What was it again? The quality of your actions will determine where you'll be at in life. And I gave the analogy that the folks who live in the condominiums across from the beach, well, the beach house, condominiums or the houses and things of that nature, you know, like these individuals or whatever, had done it. You know, they done it. They had made different decisions to where they were able to, to where they were able to get the houses over there and things of that nature. You know, they done greater things than most folks would have had done. But it's the quality of the actions that had got them to where they at from point A to point B. Because I was looking at the little houses, I was like, I would not mind, and I said, I would not mind having a house by the beach or, you know, somewhere low key where it's like, this open area. And part of the reason, because much more peaceful, and at the same time, air quality and the quality of where you're living at is a whole lot more better than to come back to the city. You guys hear how it sound clogged up. When you listen to the video podcast, it sound clogged up a little bit, but not as much. Whole different environment. Come back to the city, you dealing with all the craziness or whatever. But the quality of your actions, like whatever actions you taking day by day to try to get you where you need to get at, that's going to determine where you be at in life. Man, I know we get distracted from time to time because most of us don't know how to, stay focused. Or if we are staying focused, sometimes it is tough for us to, sometimes it is tough for us to just do different things in life. And as well, try to keep our focus when you're living in a world that's like you need to be rich or you need to have a whole lot of money to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and just the consumerism of things. Even for us entrepreneurs, right there, it's tough because we deal with a lot. Most folks don't see it, but we deal with a lot behind the scenes. And especially mentally, we do, you know. And that's the crazy part, though. We deal with the stuff mentally that we just be like, yo, we just need a break and just need to chill or something. Or when you try working your own business and stuff like that, you help other people out. And then when you try to get the help back, you don't get the help back. It's just like, what the fuck? Literally. It gets like that sometimes. And just being real. But regardless of the fact, though, ladies and gents, the quality of the work that you guys do will determine where you'll be at in life. But you can always change the quality of your actions to get where you want to get at, though. So always remember that you can always change the quality of your actions. You don't need to stay at the same spot or same place that you're at. You can easily change to something else better in things. So do always know that you can always change the quality of your actions. You don't need to be staying at where you're at. Let's continue. So for last Wednesday, Motivational Wednesdays, February 21st, 2018, I said learn what you need to learn in relation to your craft and business. But do the applied actions necessary for growing and advancing. That's the thing that us, especially in the U.S., of colonialism and just ignorance as well, pridefulness and commercialism. The reason why I say it like that is because we got so lazy over time on studying on the things that we need to study in order to get our business and things going. Some of us go to school to learn business, but in truth and reality, you're just getting part of the corporation type of how you run the business. If you're an entrepreneur trying to run a business, you know that you will have to learn on your own or with other like-minded individuals in order to progress to something else greater in the future. And so with that, though, ladies and gents, if you want to grow in your business or just whatever else you do, you have to do the applied actions. That's the thing. Most of us, we can all read books. We can read books of what needs to be learned and things of that nature. We could get the acquired information from the books that we read. But if we're not doing the applied actions to take care of business, then it's not going to mean a damn thing. And that's the truth right there. If we don't do the applied action, then it's not going to mean nothing. Once we do the applied action, then everything becomes meaningful. You ever seen an artist? An artist that works with, different people and stuff like that, different little groups and things of that nature. The crazy thing is they put in the work, and at the same time they learning while they working. As opposed to like folks in school, what they would do is they will learn from whatever little schooling they did, but they don't put in the applied action. Had we learned that a long time ago, if we was younger, that it's best for us to learn, but at the same time do the applied action while you're learning, I think most of us will be where we want to be at in life right now. But since some of us are living in the US of A, we're getting beat by other countries and things because we are more prone to being lazy. We're more prone to getting handouts as opposed to working hard towards what we really want. And so that right there, to be honest, should be an embarrassment for us that just don't really know how to put actions into place while we're studying. But there are some of us who we don't really like to study because, especially for those of us who have been out of school for quite some time, we're like, man, we don't feel like studying is half of the stuff. I mean, we do our own studying of what we need to learn. But there are some things where studying doesn't really work with anything. What you have to do is really do the apply action for it, So that is the truth. Whatever you want to do in life, you just have to truly do the apply action, though. Let me redo this real quick. Recap of week 70. We're in week 90. So I want to get this confused. All right, there we go. But yeah, ladies and gents, whatever you want to try to do, you just have to learn your craft. Music production or whatever it is. You just have to learn it. And I know we kind of rush because we don't have time to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G. The crazy thing is we do. We just don't want to waste our time in a way on learning certain things that we need to learn. But it's the truth, though. That is for certain. So let's continue. So for Daily Tips Thursdays, February 22nd, 2018, I put I've fallen and failed many times just so I could get back up and re-accomplish my goals. I was at the beach yesterday, giving another analogy on what's with that one? Oh no. I get the analogy of the ocean on the last post. But with this, for last Thursday's post, yes, we've fallen down so many times to the point where we have to truly just understand who we are. We fall and we get back up again. Like the song by Donnie McClurkin, we fall down, we get up. Most folks don't fully understand that song, but it's not hard to not understand it. It's very easy to understand it. Because we do fall, we do get back up again. In life. Even in relationships or things. Or just whatever it may be. The crazy thing is, though, in all truth and reality, even when it comes to life and business. Oh, I get the analogy of the houses. Folks who, I gave the analogy of different individuals. Folks, who do things in a normal type of way, think they have a great and wonderful life. Then you have those that are homeless, went through hard times and things of that nature. And sometimes those that are homeless, are not homeless just because, it's like, we want to be, homeless or whatever, or things of that nature. Nah, it's just that sometimes some folks have to go through some hard times, have to go through hard scenarios, hard stories in order to get to where they need to be at or where God needs them to be at. Trust me, there be times where God will take you on a journey, and most folks don't understand that the journey that's happening is usually life lessons to help them bless somebody else out in regards to a situation or, wherever your story chapter had went through. But most folks don't see it that way. So we tend to get pissed off at things and just be like, bump whatever and just go astray to somewhere else. But there's been many times where we all have fallen. We all have fall. We all had fail at life or just whatever in general. But at the same time, we came back on top to accomplish the goals that the Lord has allowed us to accomplish, or to do the things that He has blessed us to do. Because you see, lazy jets, we can easily blame others for our mishaps and our mistakes and things of that nature. And we can easily say, you know what, we can't get to the next level in life because we don't know how to comprehend, or we don't know how to make things happen, or we don't know how to find a balance and things of that nature. But the crazy thing is, if you do fall, you can pick yourself back up. You don't need to just fall and then, and then not get back up. Because we all have a story, to tell others about and things of that nature. We all have a chapter that truly defines who we are. So we just had to go face some things in order to reach to the next level. Basically, when I was talking about that, I was talking about getting to level up. And once you level up in life, then you really start to understand how the game of life is really, really played. Because when you fall, you usually fall right at the levels between 1 to 25. That's where you get your learning stages. From level 25 to level 45 is when you start to see things in a different light and whatever. You start to understand some things. From 45 to 75 for the levels. Level 45, 75. Think of it as a video game. You go through the challenges, and the challenges start to hit you hard. And then you either be broken, or you can easily just get back up and do the things that you need to do. And far from that, once you get back towards the main level, we understand things a little more better, which be level 100. Or that'd be the wisdom years, later on in your life. That's when you really start to see different things. And that's when you really start to understand life, or you start to understand your goals and just re-accomplishing everything at the same time. So, if you fall and fell many times, get back up, because you can re-accomplish wherever it is that you put your mind and heart to. You can take care of the goals that you've been working towards. Somebody hit me up on Instagram, I think probably last night, earlier this morning, asked me, well, what is one of your goals you want to accomplish in 2018? I didn't respond back to that person. Now, no disrespect or anything, or stuff like that, because I tend to try to stay off of Instagram as soon as I put the post up. My response, if I did get a response back, was, I'm trying to accomplish as many goals as I want to in 2018. It's not even one. It's multiple goals. But there are some things that I'm fighting back on that to re-accomplish, to get done. Straight up. So, can't worry about one goal for the year. I'm worried about multiple goals I want to knock out for a better life. Let's continue. So for last Friday's post, February 23rd, 2018, both such Fridays, I said, never stress out over anything in life. Or never stress out about anything in life, period. And this is why I get the analogy of the ocean. Because I said it said a couple weeks ago. Oh, no. I said it yesterday, but I think I said it before too in the past about that. How when you look at the ocean has seen many things. The ocean has seen many individuals stress during the past. The ocean has seen the beginning of time. The original peoples who have hybrids of humans and demons and humans and angels located. And stuff like that. Hold on real quick, ladies and gents. Nose is tripping again. And let me blow it real fast. Alright, I'm back. So, never stress about anything over in life. I get the analogy while I was walking on the shores of Santa Monica going to Pacific Palisades, like walking over there literally. And when I was walking, I was get the analogy of the ocean and how the ocean has seen during many centuries different things in its lifetime that is still here. That God has allowed the ocean to be here. When you really think about it, the ocean has swallowed up the original peoples. Folks try to ask what happened to the city of Atlantis. Why are the pyramids under the sea? You have to really understand, when you really read your Bible, that Noah's grandson, Nimrod, was set tripping. I think that was one of his grandsons. I think Nimrod Nimrod was set tripping. And then somebody else was set tripping later on down the road where a guy was like, you know what, I'm about to just swallow up. No. With Nimrod, yeah, that's when the Babylon thing was happening. But that's where all the languages got changed. But before Nimrod, it was different individuals. I think from Cain or Abel. Well, I think from Cain's genealogy of descendants that came from him and whatnot. That starts set tripping more harder. I'm not trying to twist things up, which I'm talking about right now. But if you look at the lost city of Atlantis and some other cities that were built from pyramids and things and stuff like that, and why they swallow up under the sea, is because they were most likely the countries at the time that truly was going against God. Like, literally, there were hybrids of humanistic demons that truly were shooting down angels and stuff like that. So the reason why I said that the ocean has seen different individuals stress out over things is because the ocean has swallowed up a whole lot of life of folks stressing over things that's not in their control. The ocean has seen World War II, Pearl Harbor, and just other different catastrophes that has happened over the past, of which has swallowed up whole from different scenarios. Even with the part of the Red Sea, the ocean has seen that what Moses had hit the staff. And God had allowed the sea to split open for the Israelites to escape the Egyptians. And how the Egyptians were stressing over, oh, we got to get back these Israelites, man, because, hey, Pharaoh then was tripping and he's like, we need to get them back. They need to continue to build up the little pyramids and stuff out here in Egypt. But the sea has saw how it swallowed them up whole and killed that legion of army. So why I get the analogy of stress in regards to the ocean, things of that nature? Because the ocean, as calm as it is, does not stress about anything that's happening in life. We as human beings stress over a whole lot of things that is not in our control. To the point it makes us sick. To the point it makes us forget things. To the point it makes us not want to accomplish the goals that we had accomplished. To the point where we are in the hospital and we're wondering why. To the point where we have dark thoughts of individuals and even of ourselves. To the point where we just truly want to quit and just give up. To the point where we lose who we truly are because we stress over things that it's under our control. I give you guys a good example. It's been a couple of weeks since I kind of stressed over a little bit for the first time on having my LLC that when you do an LLC, trust me, it's great to have. But there comes the new tax bracket for your business and other annual fees that comes up, and the annual fees is at very nice high prices. To which if you work at a certain particular job that doesn't make you that much money, or they take out a whole lot of taxes from your paycheck, you kind of stress out about that because you're trying to balance everything else out. Comes with the territory. We try to push hard on your business, but you work in a 9-to-5 job, and that right there is a conflict of interest within itself. That's stressful within itself. We try to balance everything out. So it's the annual tax fee that's coming up, $800. I'm trying to figure out what's the one in April. I think that might be the spring quarterly one. If so, then it's like, But the other one that's coming up in this month of March, which is coming up in a few days, I'm like, dang it, And it's the first time, my first time, because I did the LLC back in August, and I believe I should have waited, but when you're a music producer, and you're about to deal with certain people, high-profile people, you want to make sure that you have your business intact, to be really honest. That's the downside of the music production business, is that. And whatever. But you want to be legit because you do have snakes in the grass that will be like, oh yeah, we like the beat and woo woo woo, and you don't want to try to pull one over you and things of that nature. That's why I mentioned earlier that you have to learn your craft. Even when you don't feel like learning it, you have to learn it. You have to continue to relearn yourself and retrain and whatever. But regardless towards that, there's been some days where I had not think about it, then look at my iPad. Because, like I said before, I don't have my iPhone anymore. So, when it comes to looking at the mailing or billing part, because look at the mail part of it and things, what tends to happen and everything is that, what tends to happen is that you have to not worry about what's going on and what's happening. Because I know some folks that got me out. I just need to hit them up. And at the same time, too, in regards to that, let's get out this law office real quick. Let's get out some over there. But yeah. And so what tends to happen too. Let's open up some fresh air. So what tends to happen too, like Justice said, you just can't stress out about little things like that. I mean, it's not little, it's big. But you can't stress out about it. The only thing that you can do is that you could try to keep your focus and to just make things happen and not worry about the situation. Wherever you may be going through in life that you're stressing about, don't stress out about it. Because at the end of the day, that's going to pass over. And something else is going to come through. So you have to keep your main focus. You have to keep your main focus as to what it is you want to accomplish in life. You have to keep your main focus as to what it is you really want to do. Straight up. So I can't trip over about that little $800 annual fee. I'm going to just have to pay it for this paycheck I get next week, which is going to be like, whoop. And wherever else I have to pay off, it's going to have to wait. Or whatever. Try to do some big things during this month. About some stuff I came up to which I was able to push out what I need to push out. So now I need to push out what I need to push out next month and make things happen. But at the same time, too, though, ladies and gents, don't stress out about anything in life. Keep your cool. Because at the end of the day is going to get better. And things is going to be more greater than what you thought before. Whew. We got through it. Trust me, if I wasn't sick, you guys to hear more, energy for me discussing these podcasts and, this stuff. But right now, I'm like, left side of the nose now clogged up. I'm like, really get sick if I do, probably like twice out the year. And normally happen around this time during get into springish or summerish, where it normally happens, and then it happens once again in the fall. Yeah, whatever. But regards to that, it's like I said yesterday's podcast, I'll say it again today. Truly, thank you guys for truly listening to it. I was kind of teed off. I had to redo the recap of this, redo it again. And I'm like, damn it, I do not feel like doing another podcast right now. I try to work on the website, knock everything out, so I can try to do a little bit of studying. But regardless, towards that, like, you know what, let me go ahead and just redo it again so I can have it up on YouTube. That's just why I had to play the music in the background this time. But do know that I appreciate each and every one of you guys. And do know, I truly do, thank you guys for taking your time to listen to the podcast, things of that nature. And, yeah. I think I said something last Friday, that I had mentioned before I ended the podcast, which probably might be the reason why the podcast is up on YouTube and stuff for the time being. So if that is the case, I'm not going to mention what I said last week. So with that, you guys enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy the rest of your week. Week 91 of the podcast will happen on Friday. Stay tuned for that. But with that, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. It's your boy Chinchilla Q, saying peace, well, love, I'm out. Deuces.